some music on. It's usually my jam. Rock out in the beginning, land, have some time with you before I talk to you. But I don't want to play music today because I'm afraid. That we're gonna get kicked off again. Good morning, hello, good afternoon, wherever you are. Devin, Diane, hello, Carly, hello. How are we doing? Say hello as you join me. Welcome to day 4, Branding 101. I am so excited to be connecting with you. I'm so excited for today's pillar. This is a big one for me. This is a big one that I think gets overlooked a lot and not fully understood. So I'm really excited. My hands are going. I'm really excited to have this convo with you to help it land. Good morning, Erin. Hi, Beth, Kristen, Paige. Good morning. Hello, Total Spiritual Gangsta. You know it. You know it. Coon. Hi. Yay. This is a good way to spend your morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of Branding 101. I'm going to hit record over here on Zoom. Let everyone jump in. I see Team Fem is here, which means I'm live and I'm in the right place. So thank the heavens for that. You know, it's a good day when there's no technology trip in the beginning. So let me record. You guys ready for this? I'm ready for this. You ready for this? I'm ready for this. Hello. Welcome to day 4 of Branding 101, pillar number 4. I am so excited to be diving in, to be having this conversation with you about pillar number 4, brand values. Okay? This is going to be a conversation. I want you to understand what brand values really are. I want you to understand how to use them. Okay? Because the number one thing we're going to learn in today's training is anything that you write in this big ass book. If you guys don't have a Fem journal yet, this comes everywhere with me. The Fem journals are beautiful. I designed them myself, picked the paper, rich, thick, smooth paper, the cover, it's Fem. It's branded as such. It's luxurious. You want to use it. But here's the thing. If you write the things on the paper and then you never do them, or you never use those things to inspire the action that you take, they are useless. Okay? Words are words. Actions speak much louder than words. We learned this very early on in our lives. And now we're going to take what we know and apply it to our business, apply it to our leadership. Okay, so brand values, I believe a lot of companies, a lot of entrepreneurs state their brand values. They may know what they are. It's like one of those things that you sit down at the beginning of the year and write on a sticky note and then you never look at it again, right? You never actually apply them. You never actually use them. So I'm going to start this convo by asking you, do you have brand values? Put your hand up, whether you're watching the replay or here with us live, just acknowledge, do I have brand values? Do I think I have brand values, strong brand values? Yes or no? And just acknowledge. In the beginning, I didn't. You know what? My value was getting as much business as I could. The thing that mattered, the thing that was important to me was getting as much business as I could. Selling out. Helping people, getting the experience. My value was helping as many people as I could, as fast as I could, in any way that I could. But I didn't have driving values that felt really aligned with the type of company I wanted to run, the type of leader I wanted to be. There was nothing to be in integrity with, aside from book as many clients, book as many weddings, book as many copywriting gigs as you can, so that you can collect experience, so that you can be of service. Now, over time, as I've been sharing in these sessions together, over time, I started to learn what felt good for me as a wedding planner. I started to learn what felt good for me as a copywriter and a coach. I started to learn what was actually important to me as a leader. Okay. And here's what I want you to know. If you are a creative, if you are selling a product, if you are a service provider, a coach, if you're helping people or solving a problem or meeting a desire that people have, which you all are, we established on day one, your purpose, the problem you're solving, the desire, you're selling something. That to me says, I am a leader. You are automatically in a leadership role when you are giving something to someone that they are paying you for. Those people are coming to you to solve their problem, to fill that gap. Whether you're selling a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, cool overalls, a photography session, a coaching session, a branding mastermind, doesn't matter what it is, your consumer has a need. And when they come to you looking to fill that need for them, meet that need, you are now in the role of a leader. So your question becomes, what type of leader do I desire to be? What type of business do I desire to run? How do I desire people to know me? What do I want people to know me for? And this is where our brand values come in. Okay? This is where our brand values become really important. So our brand values are the way we do business. Straight up. Serve it to you straight. Your brand values are the way you do business. Okay? Your brand values, of course, should be in alignment with your vision and mission and purpose. And these are the actions you take that put your purpose, mission, and vision into action, like into the real world. So if you say your purpose is to, support entrepreneurs, okay, no, I'm going to try and use a different example because I had a request. Stray Fox, I'm coming for you. This is going to also apply to the Cooney sisters who sell clothes. I want to try and use a product-based example rather than a service-based example. So bear with me. If you are selling clothing that is, you're designing clothing that is inspiring people to express themselves in a different way. You're designing clothing that is unique, trend setting, that is repurposed, handmade, upcycled. It's not supporting fast fashion. Here we go, people. It's not supporting fast fashion. It's not being shipped 5 times around the world using gas and fuel before it lands on your doorway. It's made locally. It's trend setting. It's unique and sustainable. Then here's the thing. If you are this maker, if you are this seller, if you are this creative, then part of your mission is providing trend-setting, sustainable clothing to cool-ass people who want to be different, right? There's your mission. And then if the clothes that you're making are all using fabrics bought in China, or, you know, you're going to Zara and buying something and reselling it to someone for an upgraded price and putting your tag in it, or if you are, you know, shipping your products then all over the world 5 times, well, all of a sudden your values, your mission is questionable, right? Because the actions you're taking aren't aligning with your purpose, vision, or mission. Right? Well, what happened to sustainability? Because you're actually going to these fast fashion stores and just reselling them. You're not making anything. So I start to question you, right? Well, you say you want to reduce emissions, you want to reduce your carbon footprint, but then you're shipping your goods all the way to Australia on a private jet. Like that, in my mind, that mission and purpose and the actions you're taking don't compute. So subconsciously, your consumers, your audience starts to be like, hold up, what? And I have a really great example for you guys. Are you ready for this? I am the example this morning. Okay. I'm solo momming this week. I'm not feeling great. I actually have a COVID test here right beside me that is negative, but I'm not sure how, but it's negative. But I'm not feeling great. I've been running around, took my kids to school today, and I stopped at Starbucks. Okay. To all of you, you're like, so what, Rob? You stopped at Starbucks. For those of you who follow me on Robin Savage, you know that like there's so many things that are wrong with this. There's so many things that are out of alignment with my personal values. Okay. I don't support reusable coffee cups. I think it's so wasteful. In fact, for a year, 3 years ago, I wouldn't let myself buy a to-go coffee unless I had my travel mug because I wanted to create the habit. So if I went through a drive-through or if I went into a coffee shop, I actually wouldn't allow myself to buy anything unless I had my travel mug with me. So this is against my values. Another thing, I love my mugs. Like my mug collection. Oh, Muddy Marvel, Megan, if you're here, she's like 90% of my mug collection. They are my babies. Like I have a whole family of mugs and they have feelings and I love them. This has no feeling. No feeling. Okay? There's so many things that people would look at me and you may not think, oh my gosh, Rob is drinking out of a Starbucks mug. However, if I am constantly sharing how sustainability and intentionality and making choices from the heart that you feel support your vision for the world and, you know, being earth conscious and constantly striving to do little things, take little actions that have a bigger impact on collective wellness. If I'm constantly speaking those things out loud, and then you see me every day using a Starbucks mug, supporting big corps, not small local businesses, not in handmade mugs, throwing my shit in the garbage, you are going to subconsciously start to question my values. And when you start to question my values, we become disconnected, right? There is a part of you that is like, that chick says one thing and does another. And you know what happens when people say one thing and do another? We don't trust them. We don't rely on them. We don't feel safe with them. And when your soul clients can't feel safe with you, the last thing they're going to do is invest in you. The last thing they're going to do is want to learn from you. Okay? Now, please notice that all of these things are happening subconsciously below the surface. You're going to gain followers. People are still going to hire you. And you're creating deep-rooted connections. You're planting deep-rooted seeds to create longevity in your customer relationships. You're creating lifetime brand loyalty, clients who are going to buy from you over and over and over again, like long-term relationships with your audience when you stay rooted in your values. Because when people come to you, they feel like they actually know you. Okay? Robin Savage, my personal brand, I have under 5,000 followers on that account. I've been building that account or present on that account for I don't know how many years, but I've gone from a single person, no, maybe not a single person, but maybe like not married, to lights. I made lamps, was my first business, homemade vintage lamps, to a doing lights at events, to a married woman, to a wedding planner, to a wedding florist, to a mom, to a coach, to a two-time mom, to a brand expert. And this has all happened on one platform. And I have never lost hundreds of followers through these transitions. I've gained followers slowly but surely. But here's the thing, I don't have a huge platform, but every single one of those people on that platform feel like they know me. I get so many messages saying, you don't know this, but you've gotten me through this, or you inspire me daily from people that I don't even know are following me. People I don't even know are there. I've been following you for years. I've been following you since the beginning, and you've inspired me to do this. You've inspired me to do that. Now, here's the thing, is that through all of these changes, through all of these rebrands, through all of these evolutions, through all of these power pivots, like we were talking about, I think it was on day 2, I have stayed true to my values in my business. Okay? I have stayed true to who I want to be, how I desire to serve, what that gets to look like, and my actions have aligned with my purpose. Right? As soon as we start to take clients to just make the money, as soon as we start to buy things just to look cool on the internet, as soon as we start to share posts just to get the likes, as soon as we do anything in our biz that isn't in alignment with who we say we are, we start to lose trust. This is why values are so important. Okay? Your values tell people who you are, not by your words. I don't want you to put your values out on the internet, because then they become a marketing gimmick unless you stand by them, unless you show up every day, unless you can admit, like, yeah, I don't believe in this. I gave myself a hall pass today. I fucking did. And then I went for a really long drive. I drove out to Jack's house, gave her a 2-second hug, called her first, said, not really feeling great. Do you want a hug anyway? She said, fuck yeah, come give me a hug. Don't worry. But I went and gave her a hug, gave myself a hall pass. I know this isn't in alignment with my values. You can forgive me, because I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not about that, right? It's about consistent action over time that show people that you are who you say you are, that you do what you stand for. And that creates brand loyalty, and that creates trust. And when people trust you, they buy from you. Brand power. Brand power in the house when your values are enabled, when they drive your actions. Let me check in with the comments here. I just love you guys. Can I just say 11:22 a.m. and I just love you. Hi, Erin, Erton. Hello, beautiful. Coming from the Rebellion call. Damn, what a good day for you people who are in the femme world. Branding, integration call inside the Rebellion, Jack's masterclass. It is a good day. Okay. Ooh, drop the link for the journal. Yes. Team Femme, love that. Okay, new biz, still moving through these kind of things. Totally. Emily says, nope, not clear on the values. Okay, we're gonna get to this. Some want to get more clear and intentional, absolutely. Okay, here we go. The Cooney sisters. Okay. Here we go. Just want to make sure I'm not missing. I love this, that you are sharing how much you have pivoted. When we know that we need to pivot, we think, what will others think if I do? Oh, Wendy. Oh, Wendy. How many people feel this? Hands up. How many people think, oh my God, no, but the whole world just knows me as Robin. If they all of a sudden know me as Robin, the brand expert, what will they think? Like, oh no, the whole world only knows me as Angela, who takes pictures of cool textures and puddles. What will they think if all of a sudden I start selling the world's most radical clothes online? I can't. I just can't possibly be another expanded version of myself to people who already know me as the version of myself that I already am. So I'll just stay exactly who I am today, because I can't possibly tell them that I have so much more to offer than they've already seen. So no, I can't. Should I start an extra Instagram feed? That's what I'll do. I'll start an extra Instagram feed that looks like me, but not really me, that's called something else, not really me. Oh my gosh. You are a human being. If you didn't grow, you would still be 5 years old on the kindergarten playground, hanging upside down, holding your shirt in your pants. Look at me! Ah! You grow. Your interests change. What you like changes. Look at us. Look at people. People get married and then they get divorced. People have kids and then the kids grow up. People get jobs and then they quit. People live in one city and then they live in another city. People read a book and then you know what? Oh my God, they read another book. No, but I thought you were reading that book. Yes, and now I'm reading this book. But it's like as soon as we have something else to offer the world, or as soon as we have a new pattern or a new clothing line or a new mug style or a new course to offer or a new something, it's like it's selling it. Right? It's inviting people in. It's saying, my beliefs changed. Or I realized that I really like this. And all of a sudden, we get so uncomfortable that we stay the same. This is where your brand evolution, guys, this is why the Branded Mastermind exists. Because I've changed so much, and because every change has gotten me to a next level and a next level, 6-figure brand to 6-figure brand to $1 million brand. Not because I stayed the same, because I was willing to grow and evolve. This is what we're doing inside the Branded Mastermind. 6 months, a year of this type of evolution so that you can show the world also who you are now, what your values are now, what your mission is now. You see what I'm saying? Wendy, I'm so glad you said that, because I also have so many people in my DMs like, can you help me? You know, I have this, and this. I don't know how to sell them all together. I don't know do I have 3 Instagram feeds? Do I have this? Like, this is where women especially need the help, because we are multifaceted beings, but we can't compartmentalize ourselves in our businesses. We can't show the world a quarter of who we are in our brands, or else we will only see a quarter of our potential, right? When I sold my event planning business, my husband, oh my God, my poor husband had like a near heart attack. Like, no, why, Rob? It's working. It's really working. It's like, it's perfect for our family. You have the winters off if you want, the freedom, like you've done it, you know, you've made it, you've got there. Like, why? And you know what? If I had stopped there, would I have been happy? I'm sure. Would we have been comfortable financially? Yes. Would I have still got to use my creativity and been part of who I was? Yes. Would I have felt this liberated? Would you have ever got to learn all these things that I know about branding, the truth of who I am, my true gift? No. Would I have ever had a 7-figure brand? I don't know. We wouldn't be living in this $2 million house right now. I'll tell you that. We wouldn't have gone to Costa Rica for 4 months in the middle of a pandemic. We wouldn't, right? So it's like, wherever you are preventing yourself from evolving is your own limit. So wherever you won't let yourself grow, whatever you won't let yourself share, whatever you won't let yourself let go of in your brand that isn't working, whatever you won't allow yourself to show up as in your Instagram feed, whatever you won't allow yourself to sell or grow into as a leader, that is your limit, right? So what I do with women is this. Let's take all of who you are and brand the fuck out of it so that the world can see all of you, so that you can see your own potential, right? And that means evolving, and that means changing, right? So you know what? All of this stuff that we're doing, I mean, I want you to revisit it, okay? These 10 pillars, look at it every quarter in your business. Make it part of your CEO responsibility. Look at your values. Look at your purpose. Every quarter, have they changed? Have they shifted? Am I ready to power pivot this? Right? Which one of my values am I not taking action on? You know, what's feeling like it could change or shift? It's our responsibility as business owners, as brands out in the world making an impact, to check ourselves. Okay. And if you desire that quantum vision that we talked about on day 2, if you desire, if you desire that, then this is the work that you've got to be doing. So, rant over, rant not over. I love how you helped us write our brand values and stories for the Limitless CEO. Love them and live them. Oh, remember our call. I remember our call. Ali and Emma live across the world. So I would wake up at 7 a.m., go over to my carriage house and have these calls with you guys in the dark, in the morning. And I remember this call, like, your brand values cannot be empty. They've got to be full of life, right? Your brand values have to be how you live for them to be effective. So we're going to dive into this. Lived them first, and was so good to call them out and make them such an intention. Obsessed. Realizing some of my horse clients are out of alignment, not matching heck yes desire, all connected to my old brand. Devin, awareness is power, right? So now you get to see that. So now the new action is no longer calling in that type of client. And I have this in my notes to say to you about values. When you get in alignment with your values and when you truly understand them and you start living by them, hard choices become the standard, right? Hard choices become the norm because it's really easy to be a leader out of integrity. It's really easy to let your values just go to the wayside and buy Starbucks every day. If I gave myself a hall pass every day, even the thought of it, if I gave myself a hall pass to buy Starbucks every day and I looked at my values every quarter, do I even get to call sustainability one of my values? No. So I have to make a hard choice. Oh my gosh, sustainability is a value. So you know what? That's going to require a hard action. Or a hard choice, a new action to change my habit of going to the drive-thru every day, to change my habit of giving myself a hall pass, to change my habit, to create a new way in my business. That's what your values are calling you to do. And that's what's going to expand your brand, take you past the comfort of what you know now. It's easy to go through the drive-thru. $5, hand it over, get my coffee. There I go. I'm on my way. It's convenient. It's simple. It's on my drive, right? It's easy. But if I want to be a woman in integrity, and if I want to have a brand that is known for these strong core values that people like, know, and trust, then I have to make hard choices. And that means saying no to clients. And that means tailoring my offers. And that means making clothing or selling clothing that, is only made in the Americas or whatever it is, right? But it's like a value check. It's a value check, and that is going to change your clientele, but that's what we want it to do. So my hope is, as we work together, all the women inside the Branding Mastermind, this will be a quarterly check, right? Like, is your brand in alignment with your values? Everything that's not in alignment in your brand is lowering your energetic vibration and frequency. You're attracting who you are. You're attracting what you're putting out there. So if half your clients are out of alignment, then the frequency of your brand is down here. If every client is in alignment because they're in alignment with your values, then the frequency of your brand is up here, and what you're attracting is so much more, right? A powerful woman, a powerful leader, a woman in integrity, a business in integrity, big. And we're creating long-term success. We're not creating overnight results. We're not creating, I'll just say yes so that, I can make the 10K. And I want to dive into that in a little bit more, but we're saying yes to the things that are going to sustain us long term. We're saying yes to the things that we want to build our legacy. We're saying yes to the things that we want to be known for. Those are your values. What do I want to be known for? Those are your values. Okay. Now, just to touch on the 10K overnight thing, some of you may be like, yeah, but I need that 10K overnight. Yeah, but I just want the coffee right now. Okay. There are moments in time where you're going to be like, you know what? Giving myself a hall pass. Or you know what? That client, yeah, that's not really the type of work I want to do, but 10K would feel really good right now. I've got this space in my calendar. I'm not committed to taking on 10 of these clients. I'll take on one of these clients. Like, you can check yourself, right? I gave myself a hall pass. You're a grown-ass woman. Give yourself a hall pass. But don't let that become your regular. Otherwise, you fall out of integrity and your values. And when your values, so does your likability, knowability, trust, reliability with your clients, and then people will stop buying from you. And then you'll call me on the phone, because you all have my phone number. You'll call me and be like, hey, Rob, no one's buying from me. And I'll be like, yeah, so what? Tell me what's up. And then you'll tell me and I'll be like, yeah, everything's out of alignment. So let's fix that. And then people will start buying from you again, because you're an energetic match for what you're selling and for what people want. Right? So your values are the way you do business. They're the moral compass of your biz. So every decision, every choice you make, you ask yourself, is this in alignment with what I want to be known for? Is this in alignment with my purpose? Yes or no? This is going to take a little bit of practice. This is going to take a little bit of commitment on your behalf, as branding does. Accountability. The Voxer group in the Branded Mastermind, they're on each other all the time, supporting each other, running things by each other, this or that. Does this sound right? Does this feel good? Does this support the mission? Is this talking to the right people? Accountability. Find yourself a group like that, right? As entrepreneurs, we spend so much time in here thinking, writing. Get it out there. Okay, try it. Actions that support your business. So your values are the actions that support your business. They're the actions that support your purpose, mission, and vision, right? So your values are the behaviors of you. If you have a personal brand, then your values are the behaviors of you. If you have a company, then your values are what drive your corporate culture, all right? So a couple examples, FEM values, like the 3 pillars of FEM are wealth, power, and pleasure, right? Everything Jack and I do, every investment we make, every expense we have, everything, pricing every offer, every service, everything is, does this align with the wealth frequency of our big desire? Is this comfortable? Is this expanding us? Or is it raising our wealth frequency? Okay, this is what you learn inside FEM, how to raise your wealth frequency, how to be in alignment with your next level wealthy self. So wealth is one of our values. If we were hoarding our money, if we were living in lack, if everything was scarcity, if we didn't celebrate anything, if, then would you feel that? No, our audience would think like, okay, there's 2 women who are teaching wealth, but they won't talk about money. They won't celebrate money. They never invest in themselves. They, everything they teach is like whatever. Then you wouldn't feel that value. You wouldn't resonate with it. You would subconsciously question us, right? Power is another one of FEM's values. Is this me and my power? Jack asked me this question 5 times a day. What would you do if you were in your power? How would you respond if you were in your power? What would you say if you were in your power? We check each other on this all the time. Internally, it's more important that you're aligned with your values internally than you are externally first, because it's what you do that show people what your values are. And this is what I want you to know today. Values start internally. Your brand values have to start here, right? And I've already said this, but any company, and so many companies do this, they list their brand values, their company values out loud for the world to see. And then if you talk to any of the employees, they're like, yeah, I don't get vacation. I don't get time off. I don't get paid lunch breaks. I'm expected to be on Zooms after work hours and to check my emails on weekends. That freedom lifestyle for my employees, that's bullshit. That's not true. We see it all the time. So I want your values to start internally, to be shown to people rather than told to people, because that's what creates impact, right? So power starts with me. Am I in my power? Am I my most powerful self right now? Am I responding from a place of power? Am I investing from a place of power? Am I leading from a place of power? Okay, that's another one. Another one of our values, pleasure. You know what I did before this call? Crawled back into bed, pulled a card, took my pants off, laid down. I gave myself a moment to be in pleasure. Okay, pleasure is at the forefront of my life. I learned to take baths in the middle of the day. I learned to make pancakes for my kids on a Wednesday morning just because I want to. I learned pleasure. Okay, I learned to drop the walls around resistance. I am pleasure. I put it first. Because I put it first, I can teach other people to put it first. I can talk about pleasure as a priority because I am it, because I do it, because it's my behavior, it's my action. Okay, so I had another example written down here about Robin Savage brand, sustainability as being one of my values, and my misaligned value choice of today. Let me just take a sip of this pretty little thing. So the consistent actions you take every single day naturally declare your brand values for you, so that's what you become known for. So the actions you take every single day over and over and over again inside your business are going to become what you're known for, and you can decide what those are. So I have you live your values out loud to show your audience who you are rather than telling them. You know, people don't want to hear any more words these days. They don't want to be told anything. They just don't. We're tired of being told. We're tired of talking. Like, show me. You know, show me. That's what your people want. Oh my gosh, 42 new comments. I love you guys. Oh my gosh, this is so what I need today. Long story short, but I'm home with a sick kid and really needed some solo time, but it's okay because I'm here with my coffee and my candles. Yes, I've got my candle burning too. Values. Beauty, right? Beauty is a value of mine, and I work for it. Jenny from high school, Daniela, hello. I have learned from you and Jack to not care about what others think, instead to act in alignment. And Amelia, you just sold a company, and I saw one of the comments on your post when you sold your business was, really? I'm surprised. And I was like, you're surprised that she made a choice for herself, that she made a business choice? Like, I was like, that's so interesting, right? We're always going to be questioned in our growth. We're always going to be questioned as our brand expands. We're always going to be questioned as we evolve and power pivot. This is what women need to be comfortable with. This is what entrepreneurs have to know is normal. We need to normalize power pivots in business, right? So that we take away the rigidity. So we take away the structures that society wants us to fit in so that everyone looks the same. Can you imagine? That's what society wants. No, we rebels. I used to feel this so much until I didn't. I don't really know what shifted, but I stopped giving so many fucks. Life's too short. Amazing. Love this. Shelly, yes, so much. I made it so hard to transition out of traditional career coaching into spirituality work I really love. I love it. Love, love, love it. I've had this with letting go of my old brand and stepping into new, but nope. Oh my gosh. Yes. Loving this, loving this, loving this. Heidi, I thought this for you. This is so wild. So you've been in my energy so much lately, Heidi, and I thought this for you. Every time I see you pop up, it's sobriety coach or something like that is your name on Instagram. Every time it pops up, I'm like, it needs to be more. It needs to be more. And I've been waiting for you to say something like this. And I've known that this is coming for you because yes, it's more. It's not just sobriety coaching. And I'm coaching another woman on this right now. She was at the Femme Retreat actually, and she just jumped into a VIP day. And this is exactly what we're working through is like more. How do I be more of myself? How do I not pigeonhole myself or niche myself down so small that I'm only known for one thing or that I only feel safe and comfortable doing one thing? That's not it. Rob, can you talk about aligning values both online and in person? I feel like I show up differently at work. Not entirely sure how to integrate all of me in the world. I mean, this is unique, right? Because you work in an office where there's expectations. Maybe there's dress codes. Maybe there's words you can't say out loud, you know, there safely. Maybe, you know, there's work guidelines that you have to follow. I think it's different. You know, when I go play golf with my husband, which when I went to play golf with my husband before I had kids and businesses, you know, there's golf etiquette. And I'm a loud person and I'm fun and love to dance and sing and blare my music. But when I'm on a golf course, I'm respectful, right? I follow the golf etiquette. Am I still funny? Fuck yeah. Do I still play music? Yeah, but I don't bring a subwoofer, right? I'm following golf etiquette. So if you met me in person on a golf course, you might be like, hey, oh, she was a little bit more quiet or a little bit more dull than I thought she would be in real life. Well, I'm on a fucking golf course. I'm not about to disrupt everyone else's golf game and be completely disrespectful because this is where I am, right? So I think sometimes we fall into this trap of like, I should be able to be like everywhere, everything, all the time. And yes, you get to be all of who you are. And I consider myself to be all of who I am on a golf course. I'm just not, you know, it's not that I'm not that person. It's not that that's not who I am. It's that I'm tailoring my actions and my behaviors because one of my values is being respectful, truthfully, right? Black Lives Matter matters to me. Like being an ally, taking part in anti-racism work matters to me because that's a value of mine. Running an inclusive community, making high-level coaching accessible to the masses inside the weekly community, which is another business, another brand that I have, that matters to me. So it's knowing that you get to be all of who you are, taking the actions that align with you, and that's going to look different in different scenarios of your life. You know, intentionality, wellness, you know, holistic health. I take mushroom supplements every day. I also party till 4 a.m. sometimes. I also drink wine a lot. IPAs are my fave. You know, I'm all about being all of who you are. That means that you're going to look different on different days and you're going to act different in different scenarios. So, you know, Devin, I know it's just letting them go. Your horse clients that aren't aligned anymore. It's been what I've been sitting on for a while. Change is scary. Honestly, it's where I make most money, but not worth it. And here's the thing is, the more you hold on to what you know, the less you'll see what's possible. Okay, so if you keep holding on to the same clients, if you keep saying yes to the people who pay you the same amount of money, then you'll never know what's out there. How many core values do you recommend focusing on? Great question. 5 to 7 feel good for me. So, inside the Branded Mastermind, the brand stories and brand values are actually going to be the topic of our very first call because I believe these are the most important, foundational, and actionable things inside of a brand. So I am going to teach you guys inside the Branded Mastermind how to use your brand stories and values to outline your social media posts, to schedule your social media posts. We're going to make it really easy because so I suggest 5 to 7 brand posts or brand posts. I suggest 5 to 7 brand values because those can be used to drive your social media posts so that you are actually speaking your values out loud and showing examples of your values, and they're driving your messaging so that people get to know your passion, mission, and vision through those brand values. So I like 5 to 7 because in the ideal world, don't kill me here, in the ideal world, you're posting 5 to 7 times a week on social media. And the more consistent you are with your message, the more you're showing your values, the more likability, reliability you're creating with your clients and customers. So I think 5 to 7 is great, and then you can rotate them. But this is what we're going to dive into. This is going to be my teaching for the first
There's not a huge difference.
call inside the Brandon Mastermind before we get into the individual coaching. Sarah says, I'm having a moment of big realization of knowing my brand values, and they were right in front of me. My mind is blown right now. You know, I love that. Hi, Luana. So nice to see you. Show me your values, baby. That is right.
They have 130 something.
Doing the work. Oh my gosh.
Like styles of Joan Jeans on their website.
Who just sold their business? Amelia did. She sold a matcha company. So badass. Hi, Anna. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Andrea is my love. Oh, you know, Andrea, that is so fun. Okay. Okay, I love you, babes.
This one doesn't say on the tag.
I love you. Okay. So your values, I want to read some examples of brand values to you.
Yeah, it's weird these ones don't normally look, these do they normally see it on there.
I'm going to read 2 sets of examples that I found that I liked. These ones are just really vague, really simple, but they're, if you're stuck on like even what a value is, then I'm going to read these ones to you and you'll start to understand or start to be like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. Customer commitment. So this became a value of FEMS in 2020.
Straight slim or
big time in 2021 actually, and we